Garrett Blevins here again with 2 days of the cube in this video, day one and day two of week two. This deadlift session was a speed deadlift session. Here I do a set of 12. They're supposed to be kind of like 12 singles. I don't stand all the way up and reset each time. The speed felt really good for these reps. My hands cramped up pretty good afterwards. I think it was just the amount of volume, and also my back gave me a lot of trouble today. I didn't warm up a lot before I started, and that was probably one of the contributing factors. I've also just been having that general tightness in my lower back that I've been talking about. I think that has to do with how much I sit in my job and on patrol and those sorts of things. So back was cramping up really the whole workout after the first set, but I was able to deal with it and just kind of stretch out in between sets. Was able to get through. Now this set of 5 with 435 I did with a double overhand. My grip was starting to go, but I was able to get through it. I used the mixed grip for the rest of the workout. I was pretty happy with deadlift and how everything went on this day. So it was a pretty big bummer actually. I saw that Brandon Lilly injured himself at the Fit Expo, and so I'm going to link a description or put a link in the description of this video where they're asking for some donations. It looks like his insurance is not going to cover his surgery, or at least not cover all of it the way they normally would, because he is a professional powerlifter. And so I'll put that in there, and any of you that can donate, or Brandon Lilly's also asked for any prayers for his recovery. I know I'm going to be praying for him, that things go smoothly for him. It's just really sad to see a great lifter have an injury like that. And it was kind of a sobering reminder of, anything can happen when we're working out. I was thinking about that a lot with my back being tight and being real cautious and careful. I used a belt for the first set of deficit deadlifts, but actually I couldn't get into a good position at the bottom, and the set after without the belt felt a lot better. Really started using my glutes and my hips. But it's a good reminder that we need to use solid form. We need to be careful when we're lifting. When we're squatting, we need to have spotters or put the power rack bars so it doesn't crush us. These are important things that we need to remember, those basic principles. Now, it looked, from what I saw on Brandon Lilly's video, it didn't have anything to do with form breakdown for his injury. It was just there must have been tears or stress fractures or some weakness within the knee itself that just showed up as he was squatting. He was squatting with sleeves only, and I think it was like 745, 750, somewhere in there. So again, just pray for him. If you can donate, do that as well. I know we got to look out for each other as powerlifters, and so just a few dollars here and there from a couple thousand people goes a long way. Anyhow, bench day, that first day you saw with deadlifts was Monday. This is Tuesday, and this is at Gold's Gym in Point Loma. Today was really easy. This was earlier this morning, and all the benches felt real easy. I paused my work sets and had close grip with 365, which I was wondering if the rep range I was to work in was 1 to 3. Ended up doing 2 sets of 3, and so I went on the higher end of the rep ranges for all my additional work this week, and everything was just real smooth. I didn't use an extremely close grip, but it's about a whole hand and a half length in from where I normally bench, and so it felt pretty close, even though it's still sometimes that's their regular bench width. And so those reps were real good, felt good. Don't have any pain in my chest. A little bit of pain in my shoulders on these 1 inch off the chest pauses. It's just a lot of pressure to hold it there. And my tendency is to kind of pull my traps up and pull my shoulders towards my ears up on the bench, which leads to some shoulder pain as everything's cramped up together. So I corrected that on the second set and really focused on flexing my lats, staying tight at the bottom, and pushing out of a strong position on the bench. And I'm also arching a little less than I normally do. I think that's a contributing factor with some of the back issues I've been having. But all in all, a good day. of bench. I'm just glad I got through that deadlift day. It was miserable. So squats are coming up in 2 days. Um, and just thinking about, my philosophy of lifting and how I view what I can do and what I've been given to do, I really see it that I'm accountable to God. For me, I've been injured a number of times, especially through football, not so much from lifting. But each time I was injured, it was a humbling event that reminded me that I'm not the one in control. God's in control. God holds my body together, and I believe that I need that assistance to function. I believe that all those gifts are from God, and Paul talks about it with his ministry that he's been entrusted, and one who's entrusted must be faithful with what they've been given, and that God will hold us accountable for that at a final judgment. So I hope that I'm being accountable with what I have, and I hope you out there are as well. Blessings.